So we had a debate. We had a debate regarding the allowance that Hashem is giving us. What's the point of you trying today if everything has been decided at the beginning of the year? And why? Like, I'm going to come to the shul, maybe I'm going to go to shul today. Today I'm going to give more tzedakah. Everything has been decided by between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Right? So that's what we're dealing with. Is everything being decided at Rosh Hashanah, or is everything being decided every day, at every moment? Can I change it? What has been decided at Rosh Hashanah and what is being decided every day? Because if everything has been decided, why am I praying? What am I praying for? There's a Gemara in Brachos that says, if someone walks into the city and hears a noise of an explosion and says, Yehi Ratzon, they shouldn't be my wife and kids, is it tfilas shav? It's a prayer in vain. It already happened. I'm praying that it shouldn't be, oh my gosh, I hope it's not. It happened. It's either yes or no. I can't pray about it. Right? There's an interesting catch over there. Hillel says, no, you could still pray. I think he says, I can daven for this. That even if it was, I can, like, it's a level of bitachon, level of confidence in Hashem, that trust in Hashem. It's interesting, but it's called tfilas shav. Someone who davens after 40 days of pregnancy that I want to have a ben zachar. After 40 days, it's already decided. It says you have 40 days, which is interesting because you don't have 40 days. Because between the moment you find out and the moment you start davening, you don't have much time. But basically, the first days are very important. After 40 days, give me a ben zachar. It's done already. Here it says, Valpi ze yuvan, page 279. Valpi ze yuvan inyan hadinu mishpat sheyesh b'chol yom. Now we understand why, after everything has been already designed at Rosh Hashanah, we still have a judgment on a daily basis. It's never over. You get this thing in the mail. They don't even do it anymore, but I think they stopped. But you won a free vacation to the Bahamas. Private invitation to our VIP client to a special sale, and you get a check of $5,000 by if you want to trade your car in, and only for you, and no one else can get this, etc. Or you are pre-approved for a loan of $50,000. That's the kind of they understood that no one's going for the free vacation. But if you want a free vacation, and how many stars are there in the bottom? You need to do this. So Hashem gave you everything. Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur is the most, and Ne'ilah is the most important. Guess what? After Ne'ilah, a sukkah is after Shemini, a kafa is the whole life. They keep on tricking us. Yes. So why is it necessary? Now we understand why. Dei niksiv, sheishes yamim ta'avod v'asisa k'melachtecha. When someone tells you the store is Shomer Shabbos, you know why the store is Shomer Shabbos? Because a person who works for 6 days, then he can earn the 7th day. But if you don't work 6 days, you don't have Shabbos, right? Shabbos doesn't happen by itself. Shabbos is the finish line of sheishes yamim ta'avod. Tishbois, Shabbos Lashem Elokecha. 6 days you work. What does that mean? And then Vayanach Bayei Mashvi. Hashem himself worked for 6 days. What was he doing? It says in Zohar, B'chol Yoima Avid Avidete. It says every day Hashem did something. What does that mean? The day itself is producing something. What does that mean? He's going to explain that every day has an amshacha, special revelation. Sheishis yamim tavet v'asisa k'melachtecha. Kol echad ve'echad b'Yisrael yesh lo melachtoy asher b'shvila nivra u'b'shvila yarda nishmasay lemata. Hashem is the master of the universe. Guess what? Adam is Olam Katan. A person is a small world. You're the master, you are the God of your universe. Just like Hashem made his own world, Hashem created his own world, and he spent 6 days creating it. You have to create your own universe during 6 days in order to have a day of rest, of Shabbos. Uksiv, and it says in Tehillim, Yamim Yutzaru, days were appointed, days were created, formed, Veloi Echad Bahem. And to him, they are the same, which is a lot of meaning to this pasuk. It means every human being has a certain limited amount of days to live. לתכלס כל הימים אשר נויצרו וניתנו לאדם ובכדי ולא אחד בהם שאדם בעבודתו ים שבחינס אחד. Okay? Yamim yutzaru, days have been appointed to a person. For what purpose? Veloi, and to him, echad, reveal, bring the one, bahem, in them. Bring the one in them. Bring them, one in them. Bring them home. It's funny because every time I see bumper stickers and everything, I say, everything is a religion. So if you're not very religious in your Judaism, you'll adopt another religion. And if you're too religious, to any other symbol is like, I have too many. I'm going to put for the 1,300 victims, for the 200 hostages, for the 6 million Jews that died, and then you can for the Rwanda, the massacre of Rwanda, the genocide in Rwanda, and for the dolphins, and for the trees, and yeah, that's a religion. It's a religion. It's a religion. So every day we have, every moment we have, is to reveal the oneness of Hashem in the world. I asked my daughters, what's the reason we learn Chassidus? Recently, I think one day of Shavuot, so I don't know when we had a discussion. What's the reason we need to learn Chassidus? So each one gave an answer, and so we should live a multi-dimensional life of meaning and. I'm like, just stop it. We're not in school. I need like a real answer. So we should live a life of light. We should see the light of. What is the reason? We learn Chassidus. So I said, very simple. We have a commandment to believe in the existence of God. We have a commandment to love God. We have a commandment to fear God. How do you do that? Learn about Him. You learn about Him, how great He is. And He's the only one, Achdus Hashem. And since He's the only one, He's the only worthy thing to love. And He told you to do certain things, so you should fear Him. So in order to get started in Judaism, you cannot without studying about Him. That's what Chassidus teaches. That's it. How do you implement it? Avodas HaTfilah. You need to pray. Because when you pray, everything you cultivated in your mind, you try to apply it. And then you end your prayer, you become a more refined person, and you act according to what you just experienced in your mind. After watching a movie, your mind is affected by the movie. You see society according to the data that the movie projected into your mind. So if you're watching that's what I remember as a teenager, martial arts movies, like Bruce Lee or Van Damme. Hold on. Or if you're watching Mike Tyson, like something like that, you walk out of there, you kind of feel like you can also, like, you watch MacGyver, you think you can do the trick. You're going to try at home. It impacts you, right? It was Zorro. Guys walk around, they come to school the next morning with their black cap, like, shh. Like, what's up, dude? Like, It's all like you're just watching. No, you watch sports. The next day you play at school. You think you're an athlete. You can't even run properly, but I'm going to do the move. That has an impact on you. But if you daven and think of Hashem for a while, it's going to feel. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel it for real. And after you're davening, you're going to walk around. You're like, whoa, God is everywhere. So that's why you need Chassidus to be a Jew. Now we can get into the conversation. Can't you reach this without Chassidus? That's another discussion. But that is the reason why we study Chassidus. Like keep things simple, kiss, right? Keep it super simple. That's the idea. Anyways, so bring Echad into your days of life. The oneness of Hashem. What's Echad? The Echad הוא ראשי תיבס. Aleph הוא אין סוף ברוך הוא אלופו של העולם. The infinite one, the master of the universe, starts with the Aleph. By the way, Aleph is the Gematria 1. How do you spell Aleph? Yeah, which is 1, 30, and 80. 111. So it's 1, 1, 1. Pretty cool, no? The oneness is in the Aleph itself. Alufo shel olam. Aleph is 111. 3D. It can mean also Aleph, which is 1,000. But it's one. It's the oneness. So you bring the oneness. It's a multidimensional. That's a multidimensional concept. But what's Aleph? The one. Everything you're experiencing is part of what Hashem is giving you in order to live with Him, be with Him, and see Him and experience Him. In the oneness of Hashem, there's no contradiction. That's why He's hoping that we get on board. So Aleph is Alufo Shel Olam. Ches, 8, the letter Chet is 8, is Zayin Rekim, 7 heavens, and Dalet is Dalet Ruchot HaOlam, 7 heavens and earth, that's 8. Dalet Ruchot HaOlam, the 4 corners. I never knew there's corners in the world. Are there corners in the round planet? For directions. What? Yes. 4 sides. Aleph, Chet, Dalet, Echad is Hashem is the master of the universe. There are 7 heavens and earth, and there's the 4 sides, the 4 directions of the universe, and all of that ubichlal hu inyan hamakom v'yamim hu inyan hazman. What's the universe? Zman umakom, time and space. V'hainu deha'adam, a person, avodato, his avoda, his work, his job is lechaber zman umakom, to bridge, connect time and space. We call this here and now. Okay? Here and now, Zman Makom, leyachadam, to unite them, unify them, be'elokut, with the divine. V'zeu melachtecha. Sheshet yamim ta'avod v'asita kol melachtecha. Do all your work. What kind of work? Your work of cooking. By the way, all the melachot of Shabbat that we do during the work days is what? It's assembling. Assembling. Weaving, baking, kneading, all of that is building, right? And even those melachot that are about soter, breaking, you're only chayav if you soter al menat livnot. You're breaking because the process of building is by breaking first. So you do in education, you break a child, then you give him hope to rebuild himself. Just sarcastic here, but you soter al menat livnot. All right? So melachtecha שהיא מלאכת האדם בתכלית ירידת נשמתו לאדם. So that is the job that a person needs to do on earth. אמנם מלאכה הזו, this avoda, this work that a person needs to do, צריכה להיעשות בכל יום ויום ובעבודה ביגיעה. שהיא יגיעת בשר ויגיעת נפש. Because you know what? I just came up with this. You know what Hashem gives you on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur? Doesn't give you access to cash. You know the bracha, the shefa that Hashem is allowing to the world, the kindness that Hashem is giving you on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur? He gave you a job. He gave you potential. He gave you a possibility. He gave you an opportunity. How much opportunity are you getting this year? That's the way to put it. What do you do every day? You prove it. I love this quote. Read it. God blessed you. Go prove it. God gave you everything you need between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Every day you need to do your job. He gave you a job. He gave you a huge opportunity of doing things this year. Every day when you work and daven, it needs to be Yegiat Nefesh v'Yegiat Basar. Toil, hard work, physical and mental. וזהו ששת ימים תעבוד. זה בכל יום ויום, every single day. צריכה להיות העבודה בעבודת השם לפי מעלת היום, according to the day and according to the meaning of the day. Which really is getting into it. We'll do this next week. Look at the next page, 281. Rishon is chesed. Sheni is gvura. Shlishi is tiferet. Revi is netzach. Chamishi is hoid. Shishi is yesoid. And then you put them all together. What do you have when you have the six? Malchus. The six sefirot. 3 and 3. Then you have Malchus, the receiver. Completion, Shabbos. Good Shabbos. We'll continue next week, Bezrat Hashem.